Welcome, curious minds. If you've been feeling that, well, that unmistakable buzz in the digital asset world lately,
Oh, yeah.
you are definitely not alone. It's more than just a feeling, right?
Hmm.
Recent data is actually showing this historic surge. Like, online curiosity for altcoins and Altseason is way up.
It really
It's
is.
pretty compelling, isn't it? This growing interest, it points straight to a broader market rally, really, taking hold. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah. And what's truly compelling, or maybe fascinating here, is just how rapidly the market sentiment is shifting.
Right.
For a while, we saw traders, investors kind of holding on to the more established assets, maybe felt safer.
Sure, the blue chips.
Exactly. But now there's this distinct rotation happening. People are actively moving into what they see as higher growth opportunities. There's this renewed optimism.
You see that with people like Saylor, right?
Absolutely. Think
Yeah.
about MicroStrategy founder Michael Saylor, his recent hint at another big Bitcoin buy.
Yeah.
It just continues that strategy he started way back in August 2020. They're now holding, something like 601,550 Bitcoin?
Wow, that's commitment.
It really is. And that kind of long-term institutional view, plus you have analysts projecting Bitcoin could maybe reach $200,000 by year end.
Which sounds wild, but
Well, it sets this powerful positive backdrop for the entire digital asset market.
Right. Yeah.
It creates this environment where other coins, the altcoins, can really start to thrive.
that's such a crucial point. How Bitcoin's strength and, the confidence from big players like MicroStrategy, it just radiates outwards.
Mhm.
It's not only about Bitcoin doing well, but how that bullish feeling lifts everything else.
Yeah.
So for our exploration today, our mission is pretty clear.
Yeah.
We really want to understand what's driving this renewed interest in altcoins, this kind of electric feel.
Right.
And maybe even more importantly, we're going to highlight some of the specific digital assets that are really grabbing attention right now, the ones pushing boundaries.
Sounds good.
So when we talk about this fever pitch of investor interest,
Mhm.
I mean, the Google Trends data, it's not just a small jump.
No, it's significant.
It's genuinely a historic spike for terms like altcoins and Altseason. And for anyone listening who's maybe less familiar, Altseason is that time when altcoins, basically anything that isn't Bitcoin,
Right.
they see these big, often really fast price jumps. What we're seeing is this deliberate shift in capital.
A reallocation.
Exactly. Investors are moving from those quote-unquote blue chip assets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, the more stable ones, towards more speculative plays.
Chasing returns.
Well, yeah, there's that powerful desire for outsized returns,
Right.
right? That potential for exponential growth that the altcoin market sometimes delivers. It's classic market rotation, really.
But with a crypto twist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This unique digital native flavor makes it incredibly dynamic.
And stepping back for a sec, it's important to see this isn't just retail hype driving it all, not like maybe in the early days.
Good point.
These behaviors, they're increasingly tied to fundamental systemic changes in the market itself. We're seeing more institutional adoption.
The big players getting involved.
Right. Major financial firms, corporations, putting digital assets in their strategies, and maybe even more critical. Clearer regulations are starting to take shape.
Finally.
Oh, yeah. And these things, they don't just support Bitcoin's price. They're actively paving the way for all sorts of altcoins to see real, potentially sustained growth.
Okay.
So this brings up a key question for us, right? How do these big trends, these macro shifts towards legitimacy and adoption, how do they actually show up in specific projects?
Yeah, how does it translate down?
Exactly. How does it translate into real value and momentum for individual coins?
Indeed. And it's right there at that intersection of the big picture trends and the specific innovations. That's where it gets really interesting. Let's dig into some of those pioneers, the projects leading this new wave. First one, Epic Chain, ticker EPIC. This project is really trying to be a groundbreaking blockchain solution. Their big focus, real-world asset tokenization, RWAs.
A hot topic.
Totally. It's basically taking tangible stuff from the traditional world, think real estate, art, commodities, whatever,
Right.
and turning them into digital tokens on a blockchain. What makes Epic Chain stand out is it's apparently the first EVM-compatible Layer 2 built on Optimism that's purely focused on RWAs.
Okay, let's break that down. EVM compatible means,
It works with the Ethereum ecosystem, right? All the tools, the developers.
right, and layer 2 on Optimism means it's built for speed and low cost, leveraging Ethereum security, but making it cheaper and faster.
Exactly. Their big goal is to seamlessly bridge these traditional assets with native blockchain experiences. It could open up whole new markets.
Yeah, from a tech standpoint, Epic Chain has some real advantages for anyone looking at RWAs. That EVM compatibility on an L2 like Optimism, that's huge.
Right, specifically.
Because tokenizing real-world assets often involves lots of transactions, maybe smaller ones. You need speed, and you definitely need low gas fees. Ethereum mainnet can get expensive.
Gotcha.
And they offer this plug-and-play toolkit designed for both solo devs and big companies, making it easier to actually get those assets on-chain.
So user-friendly.
Supposedly, yeah. And while RWAs are the main thing, they also talk about scalability and, interestingly, entertainment use cases. So they're thinking broadly about infrastructure.
Right.
Plus, having their token, Epic, already listed on Binance, that's a massive credibility boost. Gives it global reach.
And people are noticing.
Oh, yeah. Analysts are already putting out potential price targets for Epic, somewhere between like $3.50 and $5.
Wow.
It really underscores the potential people see in this kind of foundational tech. It's not just putting assets online. It's about making illiquid things tradable, maybe fractionalized.
Democratizing access.
Potentially, yeah. Opening up markets for everyone. It's a pretty transformative idea.
Very compelling. Okay, so from bridging real-world assets, let's shift to another kind of bridge builder. Blockstreet, ticker BLOCK.
Okay, Blockstreet.
This Web3 project is getting a lot of buzz, too, their focus. Connecting traditional finance TradFi with blockchain tech.
Another crucial link.
Yeah. Currently, market cap is around $52 million. But there's chatter, belief in the community, it could push past $100 million.
So decent momentum.
Seems like it. Really highlights that appetite for projects linking the old and new financial worlds.
And Blockstreet's core mission is pretty smart. They want to accelerate the adoption of USD1.
USD1, explain that.
Think of it as a key step towards getting mainstream financial institutions comfortable with and using decentralized finance tools and stablecoins. The whole ecosystem runs on their Ethereum-based BLOCK token.
Okay.
What's really critical technically here is they use Layer 0 technology.
Layer 0 for cross-chain stuff.
Exactly. It lets different blockchains talk to each other smoothly. So Blockstreet can move value or data across different chains easily. That's essential if you're trying to bridge diverse financial systems.
Makes sense. Otherwise, you're stuck in silos.
Precisely.
Oh.
And Blockstreet has an interesting backstory, too. Used to be called Mixi, operated on Solana and BSC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, then they strategically rebranded and moved entirely to Ethereum. These kinds of pivots, plus what people see as strong tech and partnerships, it suggests they could be a real standout altcoin this cycle.
It shows adaptability.
It does. And the real insight, I think, is how projects like Blockstreet are basically laying the plumbing for institutions to eventually come in. Making cross-chain work seamlessly is key for big finance.
Right, building the infrastructure. Okay, now, let's shift gears to a sector that might seem more speculative on the surface.
Uh-oh. Meme coins.
You guessed it. But things are evolving there, too, with surprising speed, showing actual innovations sometimes.
Sometimes.
We're talking about Snorter Token, ticker SNORT. It's positioning itself as a promising new player, partly because it has added utility.
Utility in a meme coin. Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah. It's a fascinating example of how this, once purely hype-driven corner is maybe maturing a bit.
So what's the utility?
Yeah.
Okay, what sets Snorter Token apart is it actually functions as a crypto trading bot, specifically on Solana.
A trading bot, like for real?
Yeah, and apparently quite a sophisticated one. It offers a whole suite of features for active traders, especially in those high-risk, fast-moving new token launches.
Like what?
Things like automated sniping, getting trades in super fast at launch, front-run protection, avoiding bots that try to exploit your trades, honeypot detection.
Ah, important, so you don't get stuck unable to sell.
Crucial. Rug pull alerts too, identifying scams, even copy trading, letting you mimic successful wallets.
So real tools for traders.
Exactly. Tools to get an edge, spot opportunities early, but also protect yourself from common scams. And being on Solana means
fast and cheap.
Super low fees, lightning speed, huge plus for frequent trading. There was actually a prominent crypto analyst, big following on X, who recently said something like, "Few talking now, many chasing later."
Suggesting it's still early.
Kind of hinting at that building momentum, yeah. And it seems to have a growing community, over 14,000 users on X. It suggests retail investors are looking for more than just hype now.
They want tools that actually do something.
Seems like it. Real value.
It really is fascinating seeing utility pop up in unexpected places, turning pure speculation into something usable.
Right.
Okay, staying in the meme coin world just one moment longer. Let's touch on token 6900, ticker T6900.
Great. T6900.
This one is definitely more on the speculative side, what the community calls a degen play, right?
Yeah, that's the term. High risk, high reward.
But it's grabbing a lot of attention, seen as potentially rewarding in this current surge. Shows how community and branding can just explode.
For sure. Token 6900 is definitely aimed at folks with a higher risk appetite. The pre-sale price is super accessible, like 0.0667 sorted in right now.
Very low entry.
Yeah, and a low hard cap for the initial raise, only $5 million. That combination screams potential early-stage upside to some people.
Get in before it lists publicly.
That's the idea. It's inspired by the viral SPX 6900, so it's leveraging a known, successful brand vibe that hit well with the community.
Smart branding.
And the pre-sale apparently took off fast, raised nearly $1 million very quickly. They have this tiered pricing, so the price is set to go up again. Projected end price is like big 0.0007125.
So even pre-sale buyers see a potential gain.
Over 10% from current levels.
Yeah.
Now, just to clarify for listeners, degen play, it's slang for degenerate bet, high risk, driven by hype, community, viral branding, less about long-term fundamentals.
Got it. Fast moving.
Very. But it's timing, the low entry, the connection to a past viral hit.
Yeah.
It makes T6900 noteworthy in this altcoin cycle, especially for those seeking those high beta, potentially explosive moves.
It's a real testament to how fast sentiment and community can just form around an idea in this market.
Absolutely. It's wild sometimes.
Okay. Moving from the super speculative and fast moving back to the more established players, we have to talk about Solana. SOL.
Yes, Solana.
It's been a real powerhouse lately, gained, 4% in just one day recently, and up 49% over the past month.
Impressive numbers.
Showing incredible resilience, real strength, even when the broader market wobbles, proving its staying power.
Yeah, from a wider market view, Solana's resilience is genuinely remarkable, especially when you look at its journey.
It had that big correction before, right?
It did. Market cap now is around $106 billion. That's a huge recovery from its dip to about $56 billion during a rougher, bearish patch.
And its all-time high was?
Around $123 billion. So with the current momentum, a new high seems definitely within reach.
What's driving that strength, do you think, beyond just price?
Well, what's insightful isn't just the price, it's the underlying ecosystem strength.
Yeah.
Solana keeps focusing on tech improvements like FireDancer, that new validator client meant to boost network speed and reliability.
Right, I heard about that.
And just the continued growth of dApps on its platform. DeFi, NFTs, gaming. They keep building and attracting developers and users.
Right, real activity.
Yeah. And analysts point out, technically, once Solana breaks cleanly above $189, there doesn't seem to be much resistance holding it back.
Meaning it could run higher, faster?
Potentially, yeah. Some investors are eyeing $200, maybe beyond. That minimal resistance on the charts suggests fewer historical price levels to act as barriers.
Interesting.
So this sustained performance backed by a genuinely robust and growing ecosystem.
Yeah.
It really cements Solana's place. Definitely one to watch as the market keeps climbing and looking for those high-performance chains.
Wow. Okay. What a really dynamic landscape we've covered today.
Definitely covered a lot of ground.
I mean, from truly groundbreaking stuff like Epic Chain, changing how we think about tokenizing real assets.
Yeah, the RWA angle.
Blockstreet, building those vital bridges between TradFi and crypto.
Connecting the worlds.
And then that wild, evolving meme coin space, with projects like Snorter Token adding actual utility and Token 6900 showing the power of pure hype and community.
A real spectrum.
All happening while established giants like Solana just keep demonstrating resilience, innovation, and growth. So what does this all mean for you, the listener, trying to navigate this incredibly fast-paced world?
Yeah, I think the broader implication here, if we connect this to the bigger picture, is that as this market matures, you can't just follow headlines anymore.
Right. Not enough.
You really need to understand the different applications, the tech underneath, the unique value each project tries to bring. It's getting more complex.
More sophisticated.
Exactly. The enthusiasm we're seeing, it's not just about price going up. It reflects this growing recognition of all the different ways blockchain and digital assets are actually shaping future possibilities.
Yeah.
Whether it's transforming finance, making trading better, or even just creating new kinds of community value. the market keeps evolving beyond those initial, maybe simpler ideas, showing real utility now.
Absolutely. And, that leads us to maybe a final thought, something for you to think about as you keep exploring this space.
Okay.
What new, really unexpected intersections are we going to see next? Between traditional assets, this cutting-edge tech, and these powerful community movements, what's going to define the next exciting phase of this whole digital evolution?
Good question.
The story is definitely far from over. It keeps surprising us. So keep exploring, keep learning, and keep watching how these innovations unfold.